everybody, welcome back to Garnet Zane. Today is a teaser trailer reaction of the upcoming movie Dune Part 3. Can't believe there's a third one already. I don't know how many Dune movies. I've heard there's gonna be like 5 or 6. I don't know. I know there's a lot of books, but I know this is like one of the most popular popular book series. Everybody goes crazy over the Dune movies. Like, I hear so many people say how much they love the books, how much they love the movies and the visuals, which, don't get me wrong, the visuals is probably one of the best part about these movies, but you know, I don't have a lot to say. I'll say a lot after this trailer. So yeah, they just released a teaser trailer of it, and I want to take a look at it. So let's get started.
If we have a girl, what will we name her?
Her name should be Ganima. She'll need to be strong, like her mother. What if it's a boy?
I would name him Leto. So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
War feeds on itself. The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back. I'm doing
Was that Robert Pattinson?
my family. How did Father do it?
Your father never started a war.
Oh, that's definitely Robert Pattinson.
I'm not afraid to die.
Oh.
But I must not die. Yet.
Yep, I was right. It was Robert Pattinson. Damn. Okay, so that was a teaser trailer of Dune Part 3. Interesting trailer, and of course the visuals are just mind-blowing to me. My thing with the Dune franchise is it's such a complex story. Like, there's so much happening, there's so many different side plots, so many different characters. Movies are like almost 3 hours, or you know, 2.5 hours. It's one of those movies like you have to process so much that your brain gets fried, and then you're just like, okay, I can't think anymore. I just have to watch and just let it flow. And when I saw the first one, I had no idea what was going on, but I love the visuals of it. That's like one of my favorite parts of the Dune movies. It's just the visuals of it and the music. And I didn't really understand what was happening, but I was kind of getting the picture of like, okay, I kind of get where it's going, but the little context in between, I don't, but I think I know what's happening. I kind of see Dune like it's a mix of a Star Wars meets Game of Thrones. You know, the environment is Star Wars, Game of Thrones, because it's different groups of people fighting for power. That's how I see with the Dune movies. And then with the second one was very interesting, and I think the visuals on the second one were insane, and the music, of course. What I'm curious with Part 3, based on what we saw in this teaser trailer, one, Duncan is there, but I thought he died in the first one. I mean, I know we didn't see him die, but we saw him like sacrifice himself to protect Paul, and we just assumed that was it, but somehow he's back. I don't know if I missed anything, but I'm sorry, but I remember in the first movie he sacrificed himself to protect Paul by fighting those, you know, other villains, but maybe there's an explanation. And second, this is the one I do remember. At the end of part 2, Paul was a bit slowly becoming like, I don't want to say a villain, but Chani was kind of seeing a darker side of Paul, because Paul killed the Baron, his grandfather, which he found out. And Florence Pugh, I remember, and Christopher Walken was in the other one, and he was the leader and Florence Pugh's character's father. And Paul was saying, bow down to me and I'll have your daughter as my bride. And Chani didn't like that. The way part 2 ended, it felt like Paul is slowly going to a darker side, becoming I don't want to say becoming the villain, but just leading towards a darker path that Chani was not really liking. And I thought, does this mean Chani is going to actually kill him if things go too far? But based off what we see, you know, they're talking about what they'll name their baby, and it's interesting because it's like, wait, the way the second one ended, it ended like they were kind of not separated, but just they were on different paths. They had different opinions, and Chani was not liking what was going on and what Paul was doing and wanting to marry Florence Pugh for power. So that part I'm kind of like, what's going on with that? And of course they're going to explain it. And I know like there's probably so many things in the book that is probably not in the movie, but there's so much explanation in the books. Because I've heard people say, if you read the books first and then watch the movie, you'll have a better understanding. But I try to read the books. I read like the first 10, 15 pages of the first book, and then I'm like, okay, my brain's fried. I can't. So I just have to let it flow. Dune is one of those movies that blows people away with the visuals, the cinematography, music, and you're just like in a trance of like, whoa, what is this? So, but no, I'm still looking forward to this movie, even though I have so many questions, so many different like, you know, side plots of like, wait, I thought this happened. What's the deal with Duncan? What is going to be the deal between Paul and Chani? What's Robert Pattinson? That's what when I first saw his face, I'm like, that's Robert Pattinson. So I'm curious of like, what is his role going to be in this movie? Is it going to be with like, you know, like Austin Butler? Bro, when I saw Austin Butler in part 2, I was like, oh my god, because I just saw him as Elvis, and then he was some demon in part 2, and I'm like, whoa, what just happened? So I'm curious of what Robert Pattinson is going to be in this movie. Dune is one of those movies that you have to see in IMAX. I remember seeing part 2 in IMAX, and I felt this small. Like the scene with the sandworms when all of them are coming all at once to attack, I felt this tiny. I was just like this, like, whoa. And so for a movie like Dune, you have to see this in IMAX. This is the kind of movie that is an IMAX experience, from the cinematography, the music, the action. It's one of those movies that you can't just see in a small screen or on your at home. You have to watch this in the big screen. This could also be, I don't know, I might actually go see this in 40X, because based off what they've shown so far, and I don't know if we're gonna have the sandworms again, because I think if they have a part of them riding the sandworms, think of that in 40X. That would be fun. Like, okay, maybe I'll think about it. Rather see it in IMAX or see it in 40X. I think 40X, you'll be having fun. Like, you'll feel like you're part of this universe. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say for the teaser trailer of Dune Part 3. It's going to be in theaters on December 18th. That's going to be a crazy month for this movie, and I know so many people are going to see this movie. And I'm definitely going to see this either in IMAX or 40X. One of those two will be a great experience to see this movie. Yeah, so like my video, subscribe my channel, leave comments below what you thought about the video and what you thought about this trailer, and you know it. Catch on to the next reaction video. See you later, guys.